Hi there, it's Vera here. Welcome to my Facebook group EdTech Hacks. For this video and more videos, visit my page EdTech Hacks. This video is going to be all about setting up your Google Classroom. To do that, go into your Google Classroom. I'd like to first talk about these different tabs. So the first tab, Stream, is a tab where you want only announcements and major discussions to happen. So you don't want to have your classwork showing up on Stream because it gets very confusing. So Stream is usually used for announcements. For example, maybe you have a test coming up or a quiz coming up and you want to tell the students what's going to be on it. Maybe you want students to be posting and discussing something with each other. Maybe you have a quick quiz or a quick survey for them to fill out that you just want to put in once and then you're going to remove it. So again, your Stream should only be for announcements and reminders. Classwork, this is where all your courses and units and assignments are going to be posted. So again, make sure that you have Stream and Classwork and you know how to use them. So with Stream, you want it to be as empty as possible so that students don't get confused. So every time they'll see your Stream, they know that there is a current event or a current announcements happening. What you need to do is first go under settings. So it looks like this wheel over here. Click on that. Make sure your class details are the way you want them to. And then look at your Stream. First of all, do you want to allow your students to post and comment in this Stream? If you don't mind your students, maybe you have older students, you know they can handle it, keep that open. When I was teaching older grades, I knew that I could trust grade 11s and grade 12s to post and to comment on each other respectively. If you have a class that you can have students, not being really nice to each other and posting something that shouldn't be posted, maybe you can, either have it open only to teachers, or only students can comment on what you say and not to each other. So again, choose the setting that best suits your class. Now this part, classwork on Stream. What this means is that every time you update anything under classwork, let's say you even made a spelling mistake in an assignment you posted and you wanted to repost it, it's going to constantly notify students not on your Stream, and then it's going to also send them an email. So your students will get overloaded with emails if this part, classwork on Stream, is not hidden. So if you have show attachment and details or show condensed notifications, it means that you're going to have a very populated Stream. My suggestion, always have your classwork on Stream hidden. Students are still going to be able to access all that information. They're just not going to be overflooded. So keep this hidden. If you are doing Google Meets and meetings online virtually, you want to generate a link and you can activate this here. If you're not, just leave that out right now. I'm going to have a separate video on Google Meet. If you're doing any grade calculations, this is where you can do your setup here if you're doing it based on points or based on categories. Now, if you're happy with how the settings are, close out of them, and now we can actually start to set up our Google Classroom. So again, Stream is for sharing something quickly with your class, a quick announcement, a quick video you want them to watch, and then you're going to delete it after, or you'll keep it, but it's not something for them to be, doing for homework or an assignment. Now, Classwork. This is where you want it to be as organized and simple as possible for your students. So what I usually have is I have these units or titles so that everything is organized accordingly. So I always start with an agenda, outline, and learning goals. So my first thing is always a calendar or a document that has links. So my students always know what needs to be done on what day. So you can already see as soon as you click it, it's going to open a calendar. So notice on the calendar, I have a bunch of links, and every time a student, goes to the date, there'll be an assignment or a PowerPoint attached. They can click on it and take them directly into that link. I actually have a video about how to create links in documents and calendars, so please refer to that video over there. Again, my students always know what to expect each and every single day. So I'll just exit that. So back to our classwork tab. So they have the calendar links, they have their agenda, their course outline, and I also add, extra help resources. This is all under my agenda, outline, and learning goals. So my students always know what they are to be working on each and every single day. Now, what I have next is I have an assignments tabs. So if you look over here, when I click on assignments and rubrics, it's actually taking me to a Google Drive folder. So this assignment folders are all the assignments that students will be working throughout the year or the semester. So they have the instructions sheet and the rubrics right in here. You can put the rubrics also under Google Classroom. So these are not assigned to students yet, but it's just so that they can start reading ahead of time what is to be expected. You don't need to set it up like that, but I'm just showing you that I linked my whole folder of assignments so that students can already kind of pre-plan ahead of what types of assignments are going to be happening throughout the semester. Now, this is where I start with a unit. So my first unit, I always put all the resources like PowerPoints or handouts as my first thing. So unit 1, PowerPoint and notes or handouts. So when you click on this, again, it takes you to a Drive folder. So I'm going to show you how to link a Drive folder to this. But before that, I want to show you how to actually create this title unit. So when you go all the way to the top, you're going to have a button that's called Create. When you click on that button, you have all these options, but all the way to the bottom, you have Topic. Topic will give you that nice header that says Unit 1 or that says Learning Goals, whatever you want your major header to be. You can even have your major header to be week of April 7th to the 13th. So that way you have everything in weeks. It's really up to you. I like to put everything in units so that the students know which unit we're on, and we also have the calendar with links that tells them day by day. So when you click on Topic, it's telling you, well, what kind of main topic do you want? So let's say we wanted to put Unit 5. You're going to click Add. What it does is it's going to put it to the bottom. So if this is where you're happy with it, I already have my Unit 4, so I would be happy with Unit 5 to be at the bottom, but I want it to be before the exam. So what you can do is if you're not happy with the location, you're going to click on it, and you're going to drag it to the place where you want it to go. Perfect. So this is where I want my Unit 5 to go, and now I can start linking any topics that I want under it. So let's build Unit 5 since that's the unit that I have empty. So let's say I wanted to attach a whole Drive folder to Unit 5. So I want my students to be accessing resources right away straight from my Drive folder rather than flooding every single PowerPoint or Google Sheet all under here. So what you're going to do is you're going to go to your Drive, and you're going to see, okay, well, what do I want to attach under it? So all these folders are in your personal Drive. So you need to be sure that whatever you're going to be sharing with the students, you're okay with them to be viewing it. So don't have anything in those folders that you don't want your students to see. So again, make sure you check that you are happy with the material that you're going to be sharing. So let's say, if I wanted to share this folder, I'm going to click on it and I'll see, okay, well, it has the PowerPoints in it. I'm okay to share these with the students. To view only, I suggest you have it on view only because you do not want students to be editing your slides, because once they edit that, it's going to be very difficult for you to be fixing it later. So make sure you're going to click view only. It's going to give you an eye. If you have an eye, that means your students can see, but they cannot touch. They can't edit. So this is your PowerPoint. Later, they can make their own copies, but for now, you just want for them to see your information. So click done. So now view only, click this link, and it says, okay, anyone in your district can view. Are you happy with that? If you're happy with that, you can press copy link or copy paste it from here, and then you're going to go into your classwork. So you saw how we have that link. Now you're going to go back to create. Now we're going to create material. So we're going to link the entire folder for our students to use, and we're going to put it under material because this is material. We're not giving them an assignment. We want them to have a resource for them to follow along before they do anything else. So we click on material. We're going to title it Unit 5 Google Slides or PowerPoints, whatever it is that you're attaching, or handouts or reading material, whatever it is. Now, you can put a description if you'd like, or you can skip it. And what we're going to do is, because we're linking an entire folder, you need to click link. You're going to copy paste that entire folder here. And then you're going to press add link. Do you see how the entire folder of those PowerPoints now add here, and it gives us the title, and then go to the right and you're going to click post and only select which students you want it to go to. So you can even choose which resources go to which students. So I have a video about that as well. Click post if you're happy. And you're going to notice that the material is going to go right at the top. So now what we need to do is take that material. Okay, so we want it under Unit 5. There's another way that you can do it without dragging it down, but I just wanted to show you that you can drag it down. So another way you can do it is going back here. Do you see where it says topic? If you already created the unit, you can put it right away, click Unit 5, and then it'll show, and then you press save. So 2 ways for you to either you drag it down and put it under the unit you want, or you right away put it under topic. So now, instead of having a bunch of slides under here, you have the entire folder, and you can actually, from the folder, hide certain PowerPoints so that, if you don't want the students to have all of them available every day, you can hide and unhide PowerPoint. So let me show you how to hide and unhide. So back to our PowerPoints. So let's say this one, I don't want my students to see it. Click on share. So right now it says anyone can view. You can actually put it off. So now the students won't be able to open it yet until you allow them to open it by changing the permissions again. So a lot of people ask, well, how do I hide on Google Classroom? Well, if you have it in your drive, then you can actually turn off the permissions and then turn them back on when you want your students to access the material. And again, if you look over here, I have my Unit 1, then I have answer sheet. Again, it's linked to a drive. So instead of having all answer sheet flooding over here, I have them all organized. So I just want to also show you how I organize my PowerPoints in the drive. Okay. So notice, for them to be nicely ordered here, I put like L1, L2, L3, L4, L5. That way it's always in order for the students. So L for me stands for lesson. And if you look at my calendar, I write the same thing. L1, what is economics? So they know that when they click here, it's going to take them to that PowerPoint. So everything matches. So whatever you're labeling, make sure you label it the same way in every place. That way your students can always follow and know that, okay, that's what she means by L1. The PowerPoints are here, and I know this is where it's going to take me. So Google Classroom has a lot of things that you can link to it. So I also like link Padlet to it. So I'll be showing another video on how to do Padlet. But again, it's an interactive activity that is very quick, syncs with Google Classroom really well. And I also start adding under each unit an assignment. So again, if you want to create an assignment, you're going to click Create, Assignment, say Assignment 1. You can select all students or you can choose specific students. You can select a due date. You can select a topic. When you click Add, you can, I suggest obviously getting it from your Google Drive. Make sure you make a copy for each student and click Assign. Okay, you'll notice that right away it goes to the top. So again, remember, you can click Edit. Where do you want this to go? Do you want it to go under Unit 1? So click Topic, put Unit 1, and click Save. And you're going to see, there it is, Assignment 1, and you can move it to wherever you want. So again, this is where you can put quizzes. Again, you can look at my video on how to do a quiz on Google Forms. So this is where you can also move them so that students know, okay, this quiz or test belongs under Unit 1. So agenda, have your main linking calendar so that students know. You can put an assignments tab. So again, this is where students, I would put all the main assignments and then I have all the submissions that student needs. So again, I have like scrapbook link submission or note submission. So all my assignments are all under one heading so that students know that, okay, now this is where all the assignments are. Then I have units. Under each unit, I have material that takes them to the drive. So everything's organized in the drive. And in here, I have interactive activities for them. Same thing, under each unit, I have that. Okay, and then I have material for them if there is an exam in the course or something similar. So I hope this video helped. For this video and more videos, visit my Facebook page at Tech Hacks.